Alright my friends, welcome back to my AKUMU Difficulty walkthrough for The Evil Within. I know it's been quite a while since I uploaded the last segment of this walkthrough. There's really no excuses for it, I just had other projects that I wanted to do, and I was also in the United States for 3 months, and I just left this project on standby. However, I really want to finish it and I hope that I can conclude it in the next few days. Even though AKUMU Difficulty isn't exactly easy, but I'm sure you understand sometimes there's just not enough time to do walkthroughs for every single game. But now that there really aren't that many big game releases coming out, I figured that this would be the perfect time to conclude this walkthrough.
Hey, Joseph, you still with me?
Sebastian, you ever had the urge to just jump? When you're on a high place, or the subway rolls by? Imagine if you had that urge for a minute straight, then 2 minutes.
You fought it off 3 times now, Joseph. You're learning to stop it.
You're not listening. I'm not worried about stopping it, Seb. I'm worried about not wanting to stop it. Some part of me wants to turn. I don't know why, and I can't reason it away. It's deeper than that. It's like instinct. And it's getting stronger.
Hold on. This might...
Alright guys, so here we go, finally with the start of chapter number 7, The Keeper. In this chapter there are 6 collectibles for us to obtain as well as 4 keys. And it's quite fitting that I picked up the walkthrough on chapter 7, because as you know, in the next week they will release the Executioner DLC where you play as the boss of this chapter, the Keeper, aka Boxhead. And I'm intrigued by that DLC. I really don't know what to expect, but I will be doing a guide or walkthrough for that DLC when it comes out, even though it just seems to be a first-person game, completely different than anything that we've seen so far in The Evil Within. But like I said, I'm very intrigued by it. And I do hope to conclude this AKUMU Difficulty walkthrough in the next few days. A lot of you asked me if I was going to continue it, and trust me guys, I don't like to leave projects unfinished, I really don't. But sometimes it does happen. Sometimes I do lose interest in a game, that's true. Other times I just have so many projects in hand that I kind of leave a few projects on standby. But with Evil Within, it's a game that I enjoy. And I really feel that this walkthrough can still be useful to a lot of people, so that's why I want to conclude it. We're going to shoot that guy with the sniper rifle, and that will alert his 2 friends in the back room. Oh, one of them's already here. So let's use the shotgun to take care of these two guys. We really don't need to worry because we'll be able to pick up a few shotgun shells in a little bit. In fact, there's a few shotgun shells in the back room from where I came from, so if you use 2 shotgun shells, you can pick up the 2 shotgun shells that you used in the back room. And also you can use the sniper rifle because, as you can see, there are 2 sniper rifle bullets here, so you really don't need to worry about using them. Resources are very limited on AKUMU difficulty, but there's still plenty of resources for us to collect. I would say that the hardest part about the AKUMU difficulty, for me at least, is the fact that disarming the bombs is really a pain. You have a very small window to disarm the bombs and collect the parts. However, if you practice a while, eventually you will get it, and if you pick up a few bombs, you don't have to pick them all up, you really don't, and I don't do it, but you'll have plenty of parts for the Agony crossbow, and that's pretty much all that you need for AKUMU difficulty. We're going to pick up the first key in this chapter. It's inside that box right there, and there's another document right here for us to pick up, and a little bit of green gel, and now we can move on ahead. And good old box head will be waiting for us right there. There he is. He's running away from Sebastian already. I really don't know what to expect when we get to play as that guy. It's either going to be great and just a really unique experience, or it's going to fail pretty badly. That's my opinion on it. But I'm still curious, so I guess they did a good job on that. So as you can see, when you place that piece of stone on the wall, 2 paths will open up. You have the left path and the right path, and we're going to start by taking the left path. We need to do this in order to collect one of the keys during this chapter, because we need to turn off the gas, otherwise we won't be able to collect one of the keys. So left path is the way that you want to go, and in this level we're going to encounter a new type of enemies, and if you're playing on AKUMU difficulty, you've at least encountered them once before. They're the alter egos. There's a very simple trap that you can use here. Once you shoot that alter ego in the head, that will trigger this trap, and that guy will actually get impaled, and that way you don't really need to worry about him. A few matches for us to pick up here. Don't bother with that door, there's really nothing of worth there, and you don't need to fight that alter ego, so totally ignore him. Pick up the axe here, and there's a couple more time bombs for us to disarm here. I'm only going to disarm this one, and that was close. Like I said, it does take a little bit of practice to get your timing right with time bombs. My advice is that you only collect what you need. I don't like to take risks unless I really have to, so I'm not going to bother with that one. Always trigger that trap so that you kill those 2 alter egos in that room, and then you can safely head inside the room and collect everything that there is to collect. Few more parts and 1 more sniper rifle bullet, so that's why you could shoot that alter ego, you won't lose any ammunition. And I really don't know why they place syringes on AKUMU difficulty. It's like they're mocking us, because 1 hit in AKUMU difficulty and you're dead, so syringes really won't do anything for you. And it appears that we might have just been caught in a trap here by dear old Boxhead. Yep, we're trapped, and we need to stop the gas from coming out, otherwise Sebastian will die. So immediately run towards the valve and turn it. That will stop or reduce the inflow of the gas, and now There's an alter ego, but that's why we picked up the X in the prison area. One strike from the X will kill that guy, so you've got nothing to worry about. And now quickly turn this valve, and that will stop the gas from coming out, and we'll be able to move on to the next area. I do admit that another thing that made me want to keep playing this game was the fact that, as you know, I made a walkthrough for the DLC episodes, the assignment and the consequence, and that really got me interested in the Evil Within once again. And it's funny to play the main campaign while knowing what happens in the DLC episodes, because I think they do explain the story a lot better, as opposed to the main game where things are just left a little bit in the air. We can dodge these two alter egos, don't bother fighting them or killing them, you'll just waste ammunition, because you'll be able to run towards the exit and trap them inside this room before they have time to get close to you. You will notice that on AKUMU Difficulty, the alter egos, they move a little bit faster, and that tentacle thingy that comes out from their chest, it's also more likely to appear. So you do need to be a little bit careful around them, because on my walkthrough on survival difficulty, they really were a bunch of chumps. They weren't that hard to deal with at all, and they were incredibly slow. Now see these two alter egos? You can actually dodge them. Just climb up the pipe over there and you'll be able to dodge to the side, and there will be an alter ego that gets up here. I recommend that you use your sniper rifle. One shot from your sniper rifle, if you hit them on the head, it will finish them off, and that way you really don't need to worry about them. That's only the only alter ego that you need to dispose of in this room. And the guy dropped a little bit of green gel, so let's pick it up. And now we can move on and take the right path, and we will be able to collect that extra key now that we've turned off the gas, so that will make our life a lot easier. And we'll take the right path and we'll get another collectible, and which is an audio tape, and then we'll also pick up another key. But first we need to insert the stone that we just collected on the wall there.
Just one more.
So now we're just going to head down, and like I said, in this first area we really don't have anything to worry about, but we do need to collect another key and an audio tape. Here it is. It's pretty easy to spot it, so you really don't need to worry all that much. Pick up those parts, a little bit more of green gel, and now once this thing falls down, climb on top so that you can reach the key. I can't wait to battle the Keeper again. I've actually found out a strategy that you can use against the guy that makes the first encounter incredibly simple. Make sure you disarm this trap right here, otherwise Sebastian will turn into tiny little bits. And now just climb on top of this platform, and look at it, an alter ego falls from the sky. I'm not knocking on the guys or anything, but I think that for an enemy the alter egos are really stupid. I think that they're the easiest enemies to deal with on AKUMU difficulty. The Haunted are a lot faster and they're kind of unpredictable sometimes with their movements, but the alter egos, they're really not that hard to deal with at all. Let's burn this guy. And now we're going to take this passage, And as I'm sure all of you know by now, once you touch a lever in this room, a bunch of alter egos will come, but we can easily dispose of them without having to waste any ammunition whatsoever. I'm picking up this bottle even though I really don't need it. That can make that guy fall, and just touch the valve here and release it, and look at them. Here they come already, all in line, and I'm going to try and dispose of all of them at the same time. So what we're going to do here is go through this path again, and we're going to try and lure the alter egos into this area right here. Like I said, they're all very slow, so you really don't need to worry all that much. Come on guys, I'm here. They do make quite the moronic sound, they're like quite funny, but now that they're all in there, just push that handle and voila, that takes care of all the alter egos. Sometimes you might have to do this a couple of times, because one of them might get out of the platform in time or something. But usually, if you take your time and wait for a little bit, you really don't need to worry, and you'll get most of them in a single turn. And that, like I said, makes your life a lot easier, so you can dispose of all of them without having to waste any ammunition. Pick up these parts, they always come in handy. And now there are a few traps in this area, and you don't want to get impaled with the arrows. If you step on that wire, there will be arrows coming out from the wall, and Sebastian will get impaled and obviously dies, because this guy can take a single hit on AKUMU Difficulty. He can break chains with his bare hands and do a lot of things, but if he gets even slapped once, he dies. So we really need to be careful here. And now there's a lot of green gel for us to pick up in this room. And here is the key that I was talking about. If you don't take the left path and you don't turn off the gas, then you won't be able to collect this key. And can I break it with the bottle? Apparently not. There we go, that works. And now we can calmly backtrack and move on to the next area. We're actually getting ready to battle the keeper now, but we have to go into the safe room to collect a few more collectibles before we do so. There's an alter ego here, but again you can dodge him, and I don't think he follows you, so just dodge him, don't bother killing him. He's a very sneaky alter ego, and he doesn't make those retarded sounds. Now guys, you will notice that there's an X right there on that pile to my left. Don't pick it up quite yet, because I don't know if this happens on your game or not, but on my game I was doing a practice run for this chapter and I picked up the X, and when I did so and went to the safe room, when I came back the axe disappeared. So I'm going to leave that axe there for now, and I'll only pick it up once I return from the safe room. We don't have to backtrack a lot, so it's really not a problem. And by pushing that valve I got two of the alter egos crushed, but there's one more alter ego, and there he is. Oh, he's trying to slash me. Don't slash me, walk up. I really don't want to waste a bullet on you, but I'll do so if you don't move. I will open fire. Finally, he climbs up. Let me pass through. Come on now. Let me pick up that green gel, and now let's crush the guy. Is he in the platform already? Yes, he is, so goodbye. And that takes care of him, and now we can collect the last stone segment, which will give us access to the keeper. But like I said, before we do that, we're going to collect a few more collectibles. The last 3 collectibles in this chapter. First, it's a journal right here. Sebastian's daughter is born. And the last two collectibles are in the safe room, so let's go grab them. We will also do a few upgrades and make Sebastian a little bit stronger. So that newspaper article is standing right in front of you, so you can just pick it up. And now turn around and there's another missing person poster. There we go. Well, that guy never stood a chance. And now I'm just going to do a few upgrades. I'm going to increase Sebastian's stamina, and that will allow him to run for a little bit longer. I'm going to upgrade that to level 4. And I do need to do that for the keeper because it will just make my life easier. And I'm also going to increase the damage multiplier of my sniper rifle. And that's all the upgrades that I need to do for now. I'm not going to bother opening any lockers at this point because we really don't need them for the battle against the keeper. But I am going to save my game just to be on the safe side and in case I mess up or something. So let me just save the game here, and now we can move on and go head to head against the keeper. But the first thing that we're going to do here, before we head down, we're going to go ahead and pick up that axe that I was talking about. Now guys, like I said, since you've opened this secret passage, it's very easy to go back and collect the axe. It's right here. So you really don't need to backtrack a whole lot. And the reason why I'm doing this, like I said, in my game, whenever I come out of that safe room, the axe simply disappears. So that's why I left it there. But maybe in your game that won't happen. I can't say for a fact if it will happen or not, but be on the safe side and just pick up the axe after you leave the safe room, and that will make your life easier. And trust me, you want to pick up that axe, and I'll demonstrate why in just a few moments. I really don't know why he bashes his head like that. I guess we're going to learn a little bit more about the Keeper's motives with the DLC where we get to play as him. At least I'm hoping that's the case. To be fair, I suppose that we could consider the Keeper just another victim of Ruvik, but I'm not quite sure what to think yet, so we'll just have to wait and see. Follow this path to dodge the traps. Remember that if you get too close to the traps, then Sebastian will get his legs stuck and you will get crushed by the ceiling, and you don't want that.
Leslie, you're safe. Where's
Kid.
Kidman? Is she here too?
Kid.
Is she all right?
Is she all right? All right?
Stand back. I'll get it open.
Get it open! Get it open!
No! Wait! Leslie!
Okay, and here he comes, and remember guys, remember when I told you to pick up that axe? That's why. One axe strike will take down the Keeper. Yes, it's that easy, I know. I was surprised at it myself, but it works pretty well. And it allows you to save a little bit of ammunition. Pick up that explosive bolt, it's very important that you do so. And we really don't need to worry about the Keeper for a little while. Yes, he appears as you're turning this valve, but as long as you don't hesitate, you have plenty of time to turn the valve before it can hit you. So trust me guys, when you push that valve and turn it around, do it with confidence, because as long as you don't dilly-dally a lot, you will be able to do it and the keeper won't be able to get to you. And now we can move on ahead. And there's a few shotgun shells for you to pick up right here in the corner. If you're lacking shotgun ammunition, you can pick it up. And now we're going to turn that valve and have that explosive bolt that we just picked up ready, because we're going to use it against the keeper. That was totally unnecessary, but oh well. So have the explosive bolt ready. That will damage the guy, and one sniper rifle shot after that explosive bolt will get the job done. Now keep in mind however that my explosive bolts are upgraded to level 4 if memory serves me right, and my sniper rifle damage multiplier is at level 3. So if you've been following my walkthrough, your weapons should have about the same level as mine, but if you didn't upgrade them, it actually might take a few more shots to finish him off. Now we're going to use a small trick here. We're going to wait for the keeper to follow us, charge up that freeze bolt, charge it up, wait for him to get fairly close to you but not too close, because Sebastian can take damage if he's too close to the freeze bolt and he'll die of course. And now we should have just enough time to turn this valve before the keeper can get too close to us. But guys, if he does unfreeze himself and you don't manage to turn the valve before he appears again, just use another freeze bolt or a shock bolt and you'll be good. You really don't need to worry. But assuming you do what I did and that you charge up your freeze bolt and that your freeze bolt is at least at level 3, then you should have enough time to freeze the keeper, and the keeper should remain frozen long enough for you to place that valve, turn it around and get out of there. But if for some reason you don't have enough time, just use another freeze bolt or just make the guy run around you in that area and eventually it will work. Keep in mind however that the keeper is a lot faster on AKUMU Difficulty. At least he runs here a little bit. I'm pretty sure that on my survival walkthrough all the guy did was walk. And that takes care of the keeper for now. He's really not very smart. And in terms of chapters, this one is probably... it's not a very hard chapter once you figure out how the keeper behaves and so on. Like I said, I'm really intrigued to see how exactly we can play as him and exactly what's the backstory of the keeper. I hope they explain it, because I'm really intrigued by it. But I guess I'll just have to wait one more week to find out what happens to the keeper and why he's doing what he does. But this concludes this chapter, my friends. After you pick up that green gel bottle, you can head out. Thank you so much for watching. I hope that you found this video useful, and I promise that it won't take me 2 months to release the next part of the walkthrough. So I'll see you all later, my friends. Take care.